So, welcome to the last live stream here in the trading week, and surprise, surprise, it's a little bit weaker, right? I mean, the overall mark, the S&P, again, another all-time high. It's almost boring, guys, right? If I tell you exactly every single day the same, that there's all-time high after all-time high for the S&P 500, and then still, you know, the favorite stocks of ours like Tesla, space, and other growth stocks are actually getting lower and lower. So the question is, you know, what is now next to come? And actually the next week is one of the biggest weeks since a very long time. Therefore, I'm super excited that you know, to let you know. But make sure, guys, to let me know in the chat where you are watching from. Okay, this is always super interesting. And then I would like to go directly into the market, okay? Because the market actually looks, yeah, quite interesting. You see here, I don't know why, but the S&P 500 as well as the Dow as well as the Nasdaq just jumped the last trading hour, maybe because the next week is a little bit more exciting, more things to do. Therefore, maybe the people anticipate, okay, maybe I should be and buy in already before the next week. Let's see if this is so eventful. But here we see that Virgin Galactic, for example, almost neutral. Then we are having Tesla, for example. Tesla is having not so good day, -1. They saw a little bit lower areas here, lower levels to session lows was somewhere here just below 670. And then we had, you know, Peloton after yesterday's tremendous day, -4, so giving a little bit away those gains from yesterday. And then Beyond Meat is -3%. Okay, those are the stocks that I'm holding currently, those four. So as you can see, you know, obviously most of it is concentrated on space. So I'm not a big fan of, you know, having 30 stocks, but, you know, very much handful concentrated stocks that are really powerful. Okay, I bought in at Beyond Meat at around 89, so here very big profit here already. You know, Tesla already 10 times, but I went out and I went in again. Space I'm in since 17. Peloton, I think it was like 90 if I'm not mistaken. Also so far big gains. So, you know, I cannot complain, to be honest. And I see already a couple of people here. Let me know in the chat, guys, or in the comments if you're watching this a little bit later, not live, but, you know, recorded. Then best regards goes to Canada, Germany, Necker Island, yes, Munich, Sydney, and Thailand. Okay. Make sure, guys, now to understand what is going on for next week, because next week is actually very important. Okay, it might be the biggest week since a very long time, because let's be honest. I mean, the stock market was quite boring over the last couple of weeks, right? After the big gains in the beginning of the year, you are here now seeing, you know, a little bit of cool down. You know, the Fed really don't go one direction. They somehow chill everything out. The people don't know what to do about the bond yields. Then you see, you know, the sell-off, profit taking, and all of these things happening in the market. And obviously, this is a period where you should maybe take a break. But I did at least a little bit, you know, try to focus more on YouTube. You know, you're having daily content, trying to try out some new things here on this channel. And on the other side, you are seeing, you know, a kind of, normalization. And to be honest, this is one of the best cool-offs and most anticipated cool-offs that I have ever participated of. I mean, the stock market was absolutely crazy. I mean, we had NFTs, we had specs, and everything shooted up. Crypto, altcoins, new coins, shit coins, everything that promised somehow a little bit of percentage went absolutely nuts. Okay, so I'm definitely here on the waiting lines to see what's coming up. But here, you know, standing here every single day in front of the camera for you guys is always appreciated, that you are always tuning in. Make sure to follow me also on Instagram, follow me on TikTok as well, and make sure to sum up this live stream for the almighty YouTube algorithm. This always helps. Okay, let's talk about what's going on next week. Next week is quite interesting if we are looking into the calendar first. Okay, the calendar is quite interesting because you are seeing here something that is happening directly on Monday. On Monday, we have, for example, Fed's Rose Green speech. It's very interesting what this person has to say. We will have a little bit of retail sales year over year and month over month for February. So you can see here how the retail sector in Europe will be a little bit, kind of affected by the whole thing. You know, Europe is quite heavily affected by the third wave and all these things. You have in China the foreign direct investment, definitely also quite interesting. Some bill auctions as well, which can quite give us a little bit of outlook what can happen with the bond yield. The 10-year bond yield here you see is directly on Monday. Then we are having on Tuesday. Tuesday was also quite interesting because you have the consumer price index, you have the consumer price index food and energy, March, months over months and year over year. Why this is so important, guys? Okay, the very, very crucial thing here is that we are watching if we're having an inflation going on. Okay, people are afraid that there's an inflation going on, and therefore people are quite selling because they think that the Fed might increase the rates. And yesterday in an interview, Fed Jerome Powell answered the question to Sarah from CNBC. She asked, but when we have a bigger inflation that you anticipate and the wording of the Fed is going a little bit loose here, then she asked, the rates of the hiking of the rates is the monetary policy that you drive, right? And he said, yes, this is our main driver here. Okay, so it could be that we are seeing somehow of increasing of fear about exactly that. Okay, this will be very important, guys. And if you're looking then into the calendar, 13th and then 14th is the IPO direct listing of the Coinbase, right? So if you are a crypto investor, that you know that Coinbase, one of the biggest exchanges here, where is it? Here. So if you want to have a look what I think about this company, about the IPO, it's a direct IPO similar to Slack, for example, where they just list all the shares on the stock market. And it is one of the hottest IPOs that we have seen in the last couple of weeks, okay? Is it the perfect moment? I don't think so, but still very interesting, but with a very hefty valuation. So make sure to check this out if you are interested into the IPO of Coinbase, yeah? Then we have a couple of people also from Prague, Budapest, Mexico, London, Poland, Canada, and yeah, let me further know in the chat where you are watching from. This is always interesting. Yeah, and this is actually what's going on. And then we have also earnings. If we are looking into the earnings calendar, there's also earnings season starting, which means a couple of stocks are actually reporting. And let me tell you, there is, as usual, the banks are starting with the earnings. So on Monday, let's have a look if we have someone interesting already on Monday. Let me make this a little bit smaller here. So on Monday, I don't see someone interesting here. Let's see on Tuesday. Nope. On Wednesday, I think Wednesday it started. Yeah, here. Wednesday it will start with actually JP Morgan will be the first big bank. Wells Fargo, also important. Goldman and Sachs. That's pretty much it. Then April we have Alcoa, the aluminum giant. We have someone else. Yeah, some banks here. Citigroup, also quite important and big group. Pepsi also on that day. And then on Friday, we are finalizing with some smaller companies. Morgan Stanley, not a small company, but a big bank. Okay, so you can see here, big banks are actually, reporting. So next week will be indeed a very big and important week. So I would stay very, very much tuned to what's happening on the market, because I think with this earnings, it will be important that this earnings will be great and better than expected, because then this can influence a further market gaining, okay, a further market rally. We are still in the bull market. I have seen a couple of videos today that saying that by really incremental people that saying that they are even expecting a 4 to 5% inflation, guys, and this is not a joke, okay? So yeah, the market rally will definitely continue, I guess, even though when we are having a small correction, not a crash, okay, not a crash, just a small correction, okay? But it's healthy, all right? So that's happening for next week. And further to that, I would like to just emphasize, guys, if you don't have anything to do on the weekend, I can really recommend you to do the following. You can follow me on all my other social media, like here you can see Wolf of Dubai, obviously the YouTube, Twitter, Wolf Investing, and my Instagram, Wolf of Dubai Danny. And if you want to learn about the stocks and how to find those big gainers like we found Tesla stock, then x10masterclass.com, a huge online course where you can learn how to become a real and investor to achieve financial freedom like I have done. All on that very interesting, very easy to understand lessons. You can do it over the weekend anytime you want, and you obviously support the channel as well. And with that said, I wish you the very best weekend. As always, I highly appreciate that you tuned in, and now I'm playing you the best outro of the YouTube finance world. Let's go.